Doug and PA back with another video. So guys, I found this article in Psychology Today. It's called "The Harsh Reality Men Face on Dating Apps and Why More Men Are Chronically Involuntarily Single." It says recent data suggests physical attractiveness exceeds warmth, intelligence, and income in women's preferences. Well, color me shocked. Guys, we all know that 80 to 85% of women want 15 to 10% of men, because on dating apps they have their height filters set on a minimum of 6 foot, which is 15% of men or less. They have their income filters set on $100,000 or more, and they have their body type on average or better. So you have to be thin, fit, or average. It says limited public dating app data suggests a high consensus of the most attractive users. Given matching at all is an exception, data should strike up a conversation within 24 hours. This article has a bunch of study data that just proves exactly what people in the space have been talking for years. We're going to get into this article. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this. It says, a few years before the pandemic swept our world, more people reported meeting romantic interests online than any other way. So 60 to 65% of people meet online now, of couples meet online. The promise of algorithmic magic connecting singles to their ideal matches has grown into a $3 billion industry. But for some, our current technological advances have not solved the problem that is likely to become more challenging. Recent industry survey data out of the UK suggests app users spend up to 55 minutes a day perusing profiles. Users typically turn on the app for shorter bursts of time in the morning and the evening. And only reason why there's shorter bursts is because a lot of these apps, if you don't pay for them, you can only swipe on a certain amount of profiles each day. And guys, don't pay for apps, guys. Don't do it. On an app like Hinge, with over 23 million users, the mix of time constraints and the sheer number of perceived matches replicates a speed dating scenario. What is the impact of physical attractiveness, income, worth, and intelligence on female dating preferences in this scenario? Given the primacy of photos and limited time spent on each profile, participants privileged physical attractiveness above any other variable. Characteristics like income, intelligence, and warmth were only weighted after establishing there was a physical attraction. And that's why Chad Chaddington and Tyrone Jenkins bags all these women, guys. That's why. That's how you get one guy that keeps getting swiped right on and keeps smashing all these women, getting them pregnant, all that stuff. The bottom line is that dating apps don't appear to have given a leg up to those perceived as less physically attractive. Fewer men with a disproportionate advantage. Once again, color me shocked. A widely reported on but now deleted 2017 analysis by Hinge engineer Aviv Goldagier suggested that men initiate matches 3 times more often than women. He discovered that 50% of their attempts or likes went to just 25% of women on the app at the time. More surprisingly, that 50% of women's likes went to just 15% of men. So even if you include the other 50%, so at best you have 30% of women's likes going towards 100. No, you have 100% of women's likes going to 30% of men. We know competition was already fierce for heterosexual men, given men represent more than 60% of dating app users. If physical attractiveness remains a driving force for matches and the majority of men on apps are perceived as less than exceptionally attractive, the chances for matches become more limited. There was a survey, a widely known survey, that said that most women find 80% of men as unattractive. So guys, I'm telling you, if you can meet women in person, you got to do it, man. Get hobbies, play intramural volleyball, play kickball, do something to meet women in person, man. Because this dating app stuff. And hey, guys, I'm 6 foot tall. So I have that leg up, and I see how bad it is for guys. If you're under 6 foot tall, if you make less than $100,000 a year, dating apps are not for you guys. You got to find a better way. The biggest opportunity for the greatest number of men is to first illustrate their personality, warmth, and wit on their profile by responding to prompts or drafting charming about me sections. But once again, if these women's height filters are set at 6 foot tall, they're not even going to see your profile in the first place. The conundrum is being able to establish an emotional connection in the initial 24 to 48 hours after matching on a dating app, especially on Bumble, where only women can initiate conversations and matches disappear after 24 hours. It's here that the development of quick emotional attunement can translate into a phone call, chatting, blah, blah. Okay, here are 3 tips for everyone to level up their dating profile. You ready for this, guys? Knowing physical attractiveness is so central on dating apps. Choose 4 to 6 of your favorite photos with great lighting. I'd recommend 1 or 2 profile shots that are relatively recent. While activity shots like climbing or kayaking are great, don't be too far off in those photos. Many users make a decision on a profile based on the first photo within a few seconds. Oh, okay, that sounds reasonable. 2, creating an engaging caption that is authentic and can serve to foster communication. Describe your favorite hobbies, latest adventure, or ideal partner in creative ways can be attention grabbing for a great match. See, that really depends. I don't know about you guys, but if I, as a looking at women's profiles, I don't like when women have too many hobbies shown. Example, if I see a woman who's takes pictures from all around the world, it means she likes to travel a lot. You know what traveling a lot does? It costs a lot of money. If I see women next to, having expensive handbags or with the sorority sisters, I run for the hills. So be careful with what kind of hobbies you share. And, I have a couple of friends who are girls that'll tell you guys, don't hold up a fish in a photo. Don't show yourself hunting with guns. Don't do that, guys. Come on now. Strike up a conversation within the first 24 hours of matching. With millions of active monthly users, it is easy to just become another match who is not pursued. Leave with simple, funny, or endearing, and be responsive if your match replies in short order. Dating seems to be getting harder for a growing number of men who may be chronically and involuntarily single and sexless. There it is, guys. In the coming decade, we will need to support young men to first become emotionally attuned to themselves, then to become effective communicators and connectors. The dating success of a large number of men will require it. So what does becoming emotionally attuned to themselves have to do with getting over the barrier that if you online date, women don't find you physically attractive, you lose? So what's that have to do with anything? Guys, online dating, it's a trip right now. Women have more atavistic, as in, primal dating standards than ever before. The Chad Chaddingtons and the Tyrone Jenkins are just bagging all these women, guys. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you gotta learn how to play the game on online dating. I suggest meeting women in person. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.